What's up, guys? It's Ryan with the MXG channel and AOMC back again. And today I got some news for you. I want to tell you about what the plan is for the 2023 Beta motorcycles. Now I have a 2022 500 RRS here behind me that I've been shooting a couple videos on. We actually just got this in a couple weeks ago. I know some dealers got these as much as a year ago. We just got ours. And the 2023s were actually announced last week as well. So I'm going to tell you the changes, and we'll start off with the best news, which is after a 6-year hiatus, the regular 4-stroke RR models are coming to the US this year. So that's great. We're not only getting the 2-stroke RRs, we're getting the 4-stroke RRs. Later this fall, we're going to get the RR race editions, and of course we've got the RRSs that we've had in years past. These are all street legal. So if you're not familiar with the Beta 4-stroke setup, the 4-stroke power plant, everything is designed and manufactured in Italy. They've got twin fuel injectors, they've got a diaphragm clutch now, electric start, dual map choices, and traction control. The chassis and suspension has improved a lot since they made their complete revamp for the 2020 model year. So we're not getting huge changes to the line this year. The models are pretty much the same. The 125 did get some updates, but what is really interesting is Beta changed up the plastic. You don't normally get a plastic change until you get a generational motorcycle change, and we're not seeing that. So we're seeing the same motorcycle with new plastics this year, which I think is extremely interesting. So details on the updates for 2023. The front fork. In a quest for an even sharper rider feedback, Beta Italy's engineers have revised the internals of the front fork, a ZF component, as on the previous generation. The geometry of the oil passages around the fork piston have been modified to reduce cavitation in the system to ensure impeccably smooth fork action throughout the entire travel. So guys, they're improving this Sachs suspension every year. There may have been some question about this stuff 10 years ago, but this stuff is really good suspension now. It's up to par, especially when you're talking about a street legal bike. Now, if you are doing hard enduro or doing some really fast-paced racing, you probably do want to spring for the race edition with the KYB. So the radiator shrouds. The new radiator shrouds are narrower than before to give the rider more freedom of movement, especially when cornering. Designed to be sleek and also contribute to the revised, simple, and essential new look of the bike. So that is one of the biggest complaints we get with the Betas. You sit on them and they feel super wide. But they don't really feel wide, they just look wide. And I think that's because of the way the shrouds kind of flare out really far, and this is probably Beta's answer to that. And then graphics, all the models now feature a new all red color scheme. The style of the graphics is a little bit more minimalist than before, with bold, clearly defined forms and pure, more modern lines, which emphasize the muscular shape of the bike and link the new shrouds seamlessly to the rest of the plastic. Your big updates are with the 125 RR. It got a new flywheel and crankshaft. It's a lighter flywheel and a smaller diameter crankshaft. Both of these components have been introduced to reduce the inertia of the engine internals. In terms of performance, this is going to give you quicker throttle response. It allows everything to spin up more rapidly and lets the rider make full use of all the power available, despite the 125 having less horsepower and tap than the bigger 2-strokes. The crankcase, it had to be changed up because the smaller diameter crankshaft takes up less space in the crankcase. Beta's engineers have redesigned the crankcase to compensate for the space freed up by the smaller crankshaft, optimizing the interior volume of the component itself to ensure the air-fuel mixture flow needed to maximize the performance. The power valve has been recalibrated to match the power delivery of the new crankcase and crankshaft. So supposedly this 125 is supposed to perform better. Happy to see these updates from Beta every year, guys. The bikes are super cool. They are pretty highly sought after. I'm about to shoot a video really quick on my 5 favorite Beta quirks, things you're going to find on the Beta models that you're probably not going to find, you're not going to find on other bikes, at least not right now. Things that make them different, make them cool. So definitely hit the subscribe button if you want to check that out. Just a reminder, AOMC is a Beta dealer. You can get all your Beta parts at aomc.mx. You can use the link in the code, or the link in the description below. No extra cost to you, and helps support this channel, so I appreciate that. As of now, this Beta 500 is still available, so if you're anywhere near Appalachia, call AOMC, ask for John in sales. He's gonna get you hooked up with the Beta you need. So appreciate you guys, and keep the rubber side down. I'll see you in the next video.